Okay, so here we are in Hammer. This is the entity setup I came up with. So we've got a basic SMG in the center there. That's the item we're going to be respawning, and we've got all our entities we're using around the side. So this is our point template called SMG1_template. This is what we trigger to respawn the item, and you can see template 1 is set to SMG1, which is the name of the SMG in the center there. And you'll notice we've got a light and some sparks there as well. That's just for some special effects when the item respawns. I just thought it'd make it look kind of cool, rather than just have it reappear back in the world, you know. Okay, so this is the important part. On the actual SMG, we trigger a timer, a respawn timer, and we also trigger the respawn effects relay. Okay, so when we pick up the SMG, it enables the spawn timer, and the important part is that the timer is disabled until we pick up the SMG, because we don't want it to just continuously spawn this item. So it starts disabled, and then we enable it when we pick up the SMG. So here's our timer. So as you can see, we've got start disabled on yes, that's the important part, and we've got a refire interval on 10 seconds. So after the player picks up the SMG, it will respawn another one in 10 seconds. Obviously you can set that to whatever you like. Now if you look on the outputs, you can see on timer, so after 10 seconds we force spawn the template, so that will spawn another SMG. And this is the other important part, it disables itself 0.1 seconds after it spawns the SMG, because again we don't want it to continuously spawn SMGs. So that's how we control that. So if we look at the relay, this just controls the special effects for respawning. So you'll notice here we turn all that stuff off. So on trigger, you'll notice that all these have a delay of 8 and 9 seconds, because this gets triggered at the same time as the timer does, and of course the timer counts for 10 seconds before doing anything. So you have to set the delays here properly, otherwise it'll turn them on instantly. So we've got a delay of 8 seconds on the sparks and a delay of 9 seconds on the light, and then we turn them both off after 10 seconds, because that's exactly when the item will respawn. Okay? But again, this is all optional stuff. I just thought I'd do this to add a little bit of pizzazz to it. Yeah, so as you can see here, so the sparks turn on first, and then the light turns on a second later, and then they both turn off a second after that. And here's our spark. So we've got respawn sparks. I just put everything on maximum just for a comedic effect. And we've got a light here. Now remember to turn the if you're going to have a light, set it to initially dark, because we want to turn it on when it respawns. We don't want to turn it off. So yeah. Okay, so that's the setup. And I believe we also have a logic auto here. Yeah, so this is just used to spawn the SMG when the map loads. That's all that does, nothing special there. I tried it without that, but it didn't spawn, so that's why that is there. And then if we head on over into the game, I'll show you this in action. Here we are, so there's our SMG, pick it up, and then after 8 seconds you get the sparks, and then you get a small light, and then the item will respawn. There you go. I've tested this and it works just fine. The only small issue is that once you have nearly full ammo and you try and pick this up, it'll leave the item on the ground, but you'll pick up some ammo from the item, you know what I mean? So it won't actually trigger the respawn until you've picked up the entire item's worth of ammo and it disappears. But you know, I wouldn't really call it a bug, it's just something to be mindful of. Alright, I hope that helped you out.